Welcome back, everyone, to episode 3 of the Bake a Cake Challenge on Calmsden Farms. Um, Left off last episode, we were talking about this dog. Apparently, this is my dog. Uh, didn't realize it. I don't. This house is just in an odd place to me. But if you come around to the back, here apparently is his house. So we'll give him some food. I guess we'll start feeding him. Yeah. Um, let's run up to the farm. Look at the chickens. Where was the eggs? Let me see if I can. Yeah, like I said yesterday, these are basically were 0-month-old chicks, but for some reason the game thinks that they can lay eggs. So you don't get the normal production, but you still get eggs. So we uh we got eggs, and they didn't eat much feed. I mean, we put in there what 2,000 liters last month. They won't eat much feed for a while, but we will need to get them some feed here at some point. I'm not going to worry about running those eggs over for a month or two. Um, the cows, what they end up eating? I think we had a little over 20,000. So they ate a little over 3,000, maybe 3,500 overnight. And they are producing some slurry, and we do have a little bit of milk. So we will need to be getting a barrel or a trailer to be able to transport that milk over to the dairy. We'll look at that in a bit. But today I want to do our 3 contracts. I might knock those out first, and then go ahead and we're going to cut in some new fields, get a plow, subsoiler, and put in some new fields. Get those planted. Maybe even look at new ones. Kind of screwed up. I'd seen this field 13 and it was wheat and it was ready to harvest yesterday, so I thought I'd buy it today. Well, the problem is it's withered, so not much need to buy this one. I just thought if we could buy it and get a harvest a wheat off it and then plant it back to, whatever, barley or something else, it'd be great. But the way it is now, we'll just let that go. And I didn't really see. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm really not seeing many fields, even though there is some harvest contracts. For some reason, this is not showing up ready to harvest. So, without checking every one, and there's only a few small ones that we could afford anyway. Like this is small, but it's still 300,000. It would have to be these little fields right there. We already own these 3. Can't remember if this was full of timber. I thought one of these places. Yeah, this one is. I thought one of these was actually open when you went to it, but I think it might be this one. Yeah, looks like it's solid timber, but it's a big meadow inside of a clump of trees. But that's too much anyway. This would probably be the closest thing that we could afford. Is field 2, possibly field 3, but I don't like field 3 because of the crop destruction. You constantly driving through here to get to field 2. So yeah, this one wouldn't be bad if we can afford it yet today. Let's run over here to 3 and see if there's anything in it. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, because this one, it does need plowed, but we're going to have a plow here in a bit. Yeah, it's ready to be planted. It needs plowed, needs limed. Like I said, I don't like this one because I got to drive down here to get in here. much rather own this one. It's protected from crop destruction. But anyhow, we're going to look at the contracts. I was looking at them earlier. There's this contract. It doesn't pay as much as, but these are parsnip harvesting. No way I'm doing that. Uh-huh. And this one is sorghum. So we can try again to get an excess and feed that to our chickens. What I might do, since this is field 7, I might just bring it down to, on our way down to here to sell it, bring it down and dump it into our grain bins, and then slowly, take out a chunk, leave maybe 2-3,000 liters in there, see if that takes. I know it'll take an extra trip or two to run down here, but that way we at least guarantee that we can keep some off, because this was the wagon I used last time and it just kind of pushes it all off. It's hard to regulate, and even with mine it's going to be hard to regulate because it's 200,000 liters. It's going to go fast. So, but I think we're doing this one for sure. Couple big paying fertilizing jobs, but like I said, we're trying to stick to 3. And I also kind of want to get them. Another reason I'm going to do them right now is I kind of want to use the tractor. So like I might do this one. As soon as the job's done, I'll keep the tractor, use it to do our fertilizing of our fields, use it to cut our fields, plant, all that. Same way with if I do this fertilizing one, I'll keep the tractor because we might be running out of fuel anyway. But for right now, we're going to borrow the items for this one. We're taking that job. And this cultivating, we're definitely going to do that. And then, like I said, we're going to do this one, but I don't think there's room down there to throw them in there just yet. We'll have to wait till we get those other jobs started. But I'm going to get all these jobs going. And when they're done, we'll come back and start working on our own farm. See you in a bit. Okay, I did manage to get all 3 of those contracts done. And we did pretty good this time on making sure we didn't sell all the seed from the harvest contract. We still ended up with, as you can see here, 12,500 of sorghum. I thought about giving it to the chickens, but they're not eating much right now. So I'm on my way over to the flour mill. I think we're going to start producing some flour. We'll just dump it in there and start that production so we can move towards the cakes. I haven't collected the money from any of those contracts yet. I'll probably go ahead and collect the money from the harvesting one right now, but the other 2 I plan on using the tractors here in a bit, so I think I'm going to wait. The cultivating one has tractor has twice as much horsepower as we got. It's about 300 horse, so I think I'm going to use that for the plows. I come over here. I think I'm going to plow this area out. Don't know how far I'm going to go back here though, because I still need to squeeze in a sugar mill and a greenhouse or 2 over here, so we'll have to figure that out. But yeah, come over here, cut a field out by the store, and then I think on down by one of the grain mills we'll do a little work as well, but we'll use that bigger tractor for that. And I'll put that other tractor to work putting fertilizer on our grass fields for now. So here we go. Our first dump into the wheat. I'm gonna take a picture of this. Okay, so I don't remember if I turned that on in the productions or not. Let's take a look. Grain mill, sorghum flour. Yeah, must be on. So we should have some flour tomorrow. like I say, we're getting eggs and milk, so we could start bringing some of that stuff over to the bakery. Not that the bakery's gonna do anything with it until it's all ready, but I guess we could start bringing the milk over to the dairy because we do have to convert that into butter and bottled milk as well. So that's an option. Yeah, let me look at those contracts again. Like I said, we completed them all. The harvesting one, I don't think I need any of that equipment, so let's go ahead and collect that. Like I said, I'm going to keep the equipment on both of these for now, and we're going to buy a few things in the store. We do need a fertilizer spreader. Let's see. Now I'd like to try this new mod out. This one's got a pretty wide width. I think it goes all the way up to 50 some, 52, or maybe it's just 50. That's why it's X50. But I think we're gonna have to go with this one just because it does do lime too. I know this one will do lime as well. It's a mod, but it doesn't have the capacity, and lime goes so fast. I think we're better off going with this for now. I don't know if I'll put any extensions on it right now. It'll probably be fine, I guess, the way it is. Let's see. If I really wanted to trick this out with that and the extensions. Let's see, 6 meters. It's probably worth it. I mean, the extra meters, we're going to be using it. And like I say, when you start doing lime, you need the capacity. So, put some tires. That's 55,000 there. Yeah, we'll go ahead and buy that. And I've got some lime sitting down there from our lime contracts, or fertilizer, I mean, we can use. The other thing I want to buy is the plow, so we can cut some fields out. And I think I'm going with this mod. I like this. You can pull it backwards if you really want to and use an underpowered tractor. I think I'm just going to go with the 9 meter right now. But yeah, we're going to buy that outright as well. We'll color it Limpkin blue. How does that sound? Sure. So 19,000 for that. Still leaves us with 35,000, which is fine. I guess I didn't check the used market again, but I know there wasn't anything earlier. Tractor, we're really not even using ours. We're kind of using these contract ones. So yeah, so there we're gonna come back up here, start working on plowing this. We're gonna plow down by the shop, and I'm gonna get a worker on fertilizing those fields. So I'm gonna probably run down to the shop, get all that started, and meet you down there. Okay, so we got all the fields plowed, and I did go ahead and lime them, which took quite a bit of lime. It's kind of crazy. I spent, lime's pretty cheap, but I spent a lot of money on lime. Now we are gonna seed now, but I'm almost tempted to take a loan and just buy the seeder, because the one I like is this expensive 122,000, I think is what it is. This Bednar one, because it carries this. It's a decent width, at 6 meters, and it has fertilizer, and it's a no-till. So this is kind of my default one until we get a good modded one. Obviously, we don't have enough cash for it at the moment, so I do think I'm going to take out of like a 125, probably $150,000 loan, because we're going to need fertilizer, probably more seed. We do have some of that, but so I am going to go in finances, and we are going to borrow $125,000. Which, when I was thinking about that, we can borrow in this series. It also got me thinking about buying more land as well, and other things. So originally I was going to plant this field right next to us to barley, but I'm thinking I want to maybe just plant it to grass for now. I can plant barley again next month, so we do have another month. Let's see here. This is 116. Yeah, I think I'm just going plain Jane with it. But yeah, I was originally going to plant this to barley, to get our barley field going, but I'm thinking about buying this land next month. Now it's been limed and everything, so I'm going to kind of wait, see if maybe we get lucky and it gets planted before next month. So otherwise, we might also look around next month and see what other field maybe we can afford that has, either been planted or is in better. But I like the location of this one, close to the shop. When we lease a combine, it's pretty easy to get in here quick. So I think for now I'm going to plant all our fields to grass. I also did go back to our home place. I didn't do that on camera. We had that meadow right there by our cows. I went ahead and plowed it up, so we're going to plant that to grass, down here to grass, and then over here. I'm also contemplating, as we go into the fall, winter here, looking at buying one or two of these lots, probably just one to start with, and then we'll expand. These are just timber places, just timber, and that does have lodgepole pine, which is profitable, but the problem is we own the sawmill, so it's not like we can go over there and sell it. So you're basically, these still are decent mass, if I remember right, mass wise. These are decent, but we'll probably just come in here and slap down a sawmill. Even though we own one, it's much easier to come in here, clear a little spot, and put down that $50,000 modded sawmill that's in the mod hub, and just cut these down and drag it into it. And I think that, from what I've done with that sawmill, that thing will pay for itself, probably in a couple months, and we can also pay for the land, and it also gives us another source of income. Maybe we get this all cleared and we can come back in and use it as farm ground too, or we plant more trees on it and just keep the sawmill going, because part of this objective is not only baking the cake, but we need to make $500,000 in cash and have our loans paid off at the second stage. So I think just having another cash cow is a good idea. Gives us something to do during the winter too. We can spend some time felling trees and dragging them into the sawmill. So, and I think our tractor should be able to handle that, no problem. We will need a loader for it, but and a winch for the back, but we can get all that going if we decide to do this. So, but yeah, still using the not loaned or leased, but the contract tractor here. Did put some gas in or fuel in it. I'm probably gonna have to put more fuel in it before we're done, but that's fine. One thing I don't like about this seeder is you have to unfold it to be able to fill it. Sometimes, like right now, it's just kind of buggy picking up that pallet of seed. It's just not recognizing that it's there. Let's see if it recognizes the fertilizer. Yeah. Yeah, this is a decent seeder. It's definitely the one I like, just for the fact of it's got good capacity, and we can upgrade that capacity even more. But it's also got the better width and a no-till, which comes in handy. And we will be replanting our grass fields once a year, along with our barley. So I know technically you could probably do the math, and leasing it would probably be the better move, but it's also more convenient just to have it ready to go. We'll be planting different months. You know, the grass we'll be planting in November every year, the barley in September. So it just makes more sense just to have it, and not have to keep messing around. Better remember to change this to grass before we get too far. Done that before. So they did an okay job of picking up most of these fields that I created. The AI, it's like this one, it's on there pretty good. The one, it didn't pick up a certain section of it, but we can do that by hand. So I'm gonna stick a worker on this. And then the other thing is we have this silage. We've got some silage ready to sell, so I'm gonna run that down, get it sold as well. This is the other contract tractor we were using, so I'm gonna use it to. I know maybe it's a little cheesy doing that, but it just seems like it's smart. Why? Might as well use their fuel, their wear and tear. They're a little more powerful than ours anyway. We will be upgrading ours at some point. It's one of the reasons I went with that Fendt, because it did fit within the 150 horsepower criteria, but you can also upgrade it to something like 224, 225 horsepower. So we'll probably do an engine upgrade on it at some point. It'll just make it a little more versatile. And we do need to get a loader and forks for it, like I said. We need a way of either moving logs, or also we're going to have pallets, so we'll probably use it as our pallet mover for a while. I don't know if we'll ever buy an actual pallet deal or not. We'll have to wait and see. I believe that place you can sell is right here somewhere. Just drive over them all, see what it says. Yeah, I am going to save this just in case this is not right. I would think this is probably, usually it's about 40,000 for one of these loads, a little over. Yeah, almost 44. Nice little payday. I think we do have another 60 or 70,000 liters back there. I don't know as if we really need to grab it now. There's still more fermenting. We can wait until it's full. We might as well grab it, I guess. We got nothing else to do. We gotta wait on that cedar to go. Getting a little more used to driving in first person, although these trees do just still jump out and bite you every now and then. I always forget where my turn is here too. Thought about buying this field too, the meadow, plowing it up, putting in grass right close to home. It's expensive though. It's quite a bit more than we can afford at the moment. Guess if we were thinking, we would have bought some chicken feed while we were down there. We still got grass in here, trying to convert to silage. Yeah, this field in front of me is the one that I made it into a field, I guess. Before it was just meadow. And we'll just leave that to grass all the time. No sense in putting a crop. Would be okay to have a crop that close to the chickens, but right here next to the fermenting silo, and we can just keep making silage or hay. Could be hay for the dairy cows here. I also thought about that logging as maybe going hardcore logging, but I just don't know if this is the map for that. There is some nice areas with that lodgepole pine. Also thought maybe with that lodgepole, maybe I'm going the wrong route. Instead of going in there with the sawmill, go in there and with a wood chipper and wood chip all that, because I know wood chips are worth a lot. They'd be worth a lot in January. So that's also a thought we could do, is buy the wood chipper and all the lodgepole pine. Because one thing that's kind of weird about lodgepole pine, if I remember right, it does wood chip well. We could also put in the sawmill for all those odd sized trees, because they work well in that, to just drag them in there and wood chip the lodge poles, drag the others into the sawmill. And that might be an option. Do both, essentially. Yeah, he's getting a good start on that. So that'll be ready in November, which I'm probably planning on planting again in November. Like I said, if you plant grass in November again, it will come back. You'll get 5 cuttings next year. So we're probably planting this twice. We're going to plant it just this once for the crop, but it'll pay off. I mean, silage is worth enough. It'll definitely pay. I think I will grab some chicken feed while we're here. Better come out here and turn around. We'll just buy 2 bags again. I don't think we really need it, but while we got the trailer here, it does make sense to go ahead and buy some. Alrighty. But yeah, I'm gonna run this home, go ahead and feed the chickens. I think we're pretty much set for this month, other than keep planting all this, put all this seed in the ground so we have all the grass growing. Shouldn't need to fertilize it, because I think they're all 50% fertilized, and it should get the 100% as we plant. Then I think we'll we gotta collect both the contracts, so we will have a little more cash. We should have well over 120,000 by the time we're done with this episode, which is, I guess, is almost the amount of the loan we took out. But that's fine. We'll let the loan ride, because like I said, we're going to need more money next month to buy the land anyway. But I think we got a lot done this episode, so I think this will probably do it. We'll be back next month and tackle a new field and see if we're going to do something on that wood, or wait another month or 2 on it. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.